Hello, welcome to Parkinson Voice Project Speak Out Home Practice Session. I'm Sarah Deasing. I'm a speech language pathologist at Parkinson Voice Project. I'm so glad that you're joining me today. The Speak Out program is comprised of daily practice, like the Speak Out Home Practice sessions, and working one-on-one with a licensed Speak Out provider. The mission of Parkinson Voice Project is to help people with Parkinson's and related neurological disorders to regain and retain their speech and their swallowing. So let's get ready to flip on our intent and talk about King Tut. Say it with intent. King Tut. More emphasis. King Tut. Good intent. This is, of course, the boy Egyptian pharaoh, whose real name was Tutankhamun, who was found buried with amazing treasures. Let's get started in our practice today by taking a sip with intent. Very nice. And by that, we mean being effortful, being deliberate, focusing on one thing at a time. Let's begin with our first exercise, the warm-up exercise. We are going to lift and send your voice out in front of you. Let's begin with intent. May, me, my, mo, moo. May, me, my, mo, moo. Excellent. Now we want to stretch them all out together, blend them together. May, me, my, mo, moo. Excellent. Continue stretching. May, me, my, mo, moo. Last one, use your best effort. May, me, my, mo, moo. Excellent. Well done. That is the end of our first exercise, the warm-up. Let's take a sip with intent. Moving on to our second exercise, the ahs. You are going to open your mouth and send out your ah. Make it go way over your screen. We hold this for a max of 10 seconds with a clear, strong voice with intent. Ah. Excellent. Keep it up. Ah. Very good. Is your mouth open? Otherwise, you're trapping the sound. Again. Ah. Excellent. Be deliberate with your ah. Ah. Very good. Now for this last one, put in the most effort. Ah. Very good. Now guess what? That's what all your ahs should sound like. Make sure you're putting a great amount of intent into each repetition of the exercises. So that was our second exercise, the ah. Let's take a sip with intent. Next is the third exercise, the glide. So you're going to start off with your strong, clear ah. You're going to glide up. You're going to stop. You're going to do your strong ah at the top and then glide on down. Let's begin. Ah. Ah. Very good. So when we pause at the top, we're making sure that we gather our intent again and that we can do a strong down glide. So be intentional about stopping in the middle of your glide. Ah. Ah. Wonderful. Keep up the intent. Ah. Ah. Very good. Now, if you're struggling with these glides, you need two things. You need intent and you need practice. You're doing both of those right now, so keep it up. With intent, speak out. Ah. Ah. Great. Last one. Speak out. Ah. Ah. Well done. Great effort on the glides. That was our third exercise. Now let's take a sip with intent. Next exercise is the counting exercise. We are going to lift our voice and stretch every number. I want you to put these numbers through the wall, through your house. Let's begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Good. So just how we pause on the glides, we're also pausing during the counting so you can start off with intent and carry it through each row. Let's be intentional about starting every row with a lot of effort. Let's begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Excellent. All right, how much intent are you using? Guess what? Use more on this last time through. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Fantastic. Great intent. That was the end of our fourth exercise, the counting. Take a sip with intent. Next is our reading exercise. We're talking about King Tut or Tutankhamun. Let's read. Read each sentence 2 times. Use more intent the second time. Emphasize those highlighted words. King Tutankhamun was an Egyptian pharaoh. What was his name? Let's read it again. King Tutankhamun was an Egyptian pharaoh. Speak out. He lived 3,300 years ago. More intent. He lived 3,300 years ago. Speak out. He was buried with many treasures. Again, he was buried with many treasures. Have you seen King Tut's treasures? Wonderful! Now, I would really love to hear about it. So if you haven't signed into the chat yet, go ahead and do that. Put your name and where you're from. After you do it the first time, it should stay. And then you get to see all of the chats. Chats are deleted at the end of the day. So I would love to see or hear about your experiences with King Tut. Last sentence. Howard Carter found the tomb in 1922. Make sure you're emphasizing that last two. Again, Howard Carter found the tomb in 1922. The 100-year anniversary of finding the tomb was in now 3 years ago. All right. Great reading exercise. Take a sip with intent. Conversation exercise. Describe the images with intent. I was excited about this conversation exercise to show you such cool pictures. So this is where the sarcophagus was found in the tomb. Tell me about the paintings on the wall, what's in the room. Describe it with intent. Excellent, great description. It's so cool to see things that are so old. Next picture, we have the very famous golden mask of Tutankhamun. This is over 24 pounds of gold. So please describe the mask. I want you to imagine that I can't see it. Great. I hope you mentioned the beautiful colors, the precious stones, and that eyeliner. It's very impressive. Well done with your conversation exercise. Take a sip with intent. As we get ready for Dr. Boone's words. So this targets the back of your tongue and the muscles around there to help begin your swallow. We're going to emphasize the G's, the NG's, and the K's, and we're going to say each line with intent twice. Goo, la, gung, ga, ga. Goo, la, gung, ga, ga. Speak out. Ku, ka, mun, goo, ka. Ku, ka, mun, goo, ka. take a sip with intent. Next is our bonus reading. For the bonus reading, read the passage 2 times. Use more intent the second time. Emphasize the highlighted words. King Tutankhamun became an Egyptian pharaoh at 9 years old. He died only 10 years later. He was buried with more than 5,000 items, including gold-covered chariots and furniture. Tell me with intent, what was gold-covered? Good intent. Back at the beginning with more intent. King Tutankhamun became an Egyptian pharaoh at 9 years old. He died only 10 years later. He was buried with more than 5,000 items, including gold-covered chariots and furniture. Good emphasis on that last word. Don't let it drop. Thank you for joining me for today's Speak Out home practice session. I hope you enjoyed learning a little bit about King Tutankhamun, and carry this intent throughout your day. I want to hear every word that you say with intent. So remember to speak and live with intent. We'll see you next time.